Hi, happy Tuesday. Oh no, it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Oh my goodness, it's all right. Sorry, I'm a couple of minutes late because I came in the house and little man was just getting up, so he was all like granny. And then Josh was like, oh, I'm going to nip round to Tesco's with him and get some bits and pieces. And then the dog did a runner. She's 15 years old. She's never done that in her life, ever. She's never, ever gone for a wander. He opened the front door, off she went. So we had to just quickly get in the house. Luckily, she's the most obedient thing in the world. But, oh my goodness, that was a crazy couple of minutes. crazy couple of minutes. Right, okay, my lovely. What are we doing today? We are going to say hello to some people. Yeah, you, Mrs. What do you think you're doing? Doing a runner? No. You can hear her going. Hi, Claire. Hi, Jean. Hello, darlings. We're going to do a block today, okay? Hi, Lynn. Hello, lovely. I've got some new bits to show you, and there's a flash sale on as well, okay? So we're going to go straight over to the overhead. Hello, lovelies. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Kate. Hi, Nikki. Hello, lovelies. So we're going to go over to the overhead over here. We've had some new stuff come in. These are in layers, jellies, and charm hacks. Gem, lie down and stop your tip-tapping. Oh, she's gone crazy. She's having a right few minutes. This is brand new. It's called Rustic Gatherings. And this is just gorgeous if you're looking for more of a masculine theme or a monochrome theme. You've got that stunning sort of like ginger rusty colours in amongst those greys and creams. Really, really pretty. And we've got that, like I said, layers, jellies and charm packs. And then I'm afraid I'm going to mention the C word. It's time for Christmas. It will start coming through now, guys. It's, you know, love this. It's called Jolly Good by Basic Grey. Really quirky, beautiful. I love this mandala-y type one. Can you see that, guys? Really, really pretty. Lovely. A little bit of sort of like Christmassy tartan in there. I love the fact they've put that touch of cool blue in there as well, that ice blue, all the way through. So they are on the website. You can get a better look on there, okay? Really like that. Love that one they've put on the front as well, those little stockings. So those are, again, layers, jellies and charm packs. Okay, we've got them in both at the moment. This will also have boltage. We've got some boltage of this as well. Haven't had time to put that on the website yet this morning. So those are on and ready. However, we're going to come back over here a second. Say hello to some other people. Hi, Grace. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Anne. Hello, darlings. I'm doing a little quick flash sale because I need some space in the shop, frankly. And you guys love a bargain. 24 hours. I'm going to take it off by 1 o'clock tomorrow. Okay. 25% off all jelly rolls. Okay. Including those new ones. So it's on the website now. Go and order away if you need a jelly roll. If you're doing the Tuff It class, we've still got about 3 spaces left on that for October. You need a jelly roll. Get one at 25% off. We're going to be doing some projects over the next couple of weeks which require jelly rolls. So, or at least jelly roll strips. Excuse me a minute. I'm just going to make the dog go out because driving me mad. Out. Go on. Go lie down. Go lie down. Good girl. So, yeah, 25% off all jelly rolls, except there's one exception, and that's that new one that I showed you last night. I'm really sorry, I can't take 25% off that. But there is 25% off these brand new ones, okay? So, see, the Christmas looks ones very different to the norm. They are. I think they're really quirky, Lynn. They're really, really nice, really different. They're not like Christmas. You know, do you know what I mean? Not like Father Christmases and snowflakes and all that type of thing. They're Christmassy colours, but they'd actually work all year round, really. Maybe the stocking one is maybe the only one that isn't. So, hi Janet, hi Marilyn, hi Kay. Carolyn, someone on Facebook was advertising stallholders for Christmas fairs this morning. Yeah. As crafters, you know we have to start early. Otherwise, it's that last minute crazy dash, isn't it? So, hi Carol, you're sitting in a cafe in a thunderstorm so you can watch but not hear. You'll catch up later. Oh, bless. Well, sorry about the thunderstorm, but at least just sat in a cafe. You know, have an extra large coffee and another piece of cake, I would. Right, okay, so going to go to the overhead and we are going to do this block. So let me just move this out of the way. So those of you who've had the subscription box will have this pattern already, okay? I will put this pattern onto the website this afternoon for those of you who might want it. It's, you know, I love an illusion. I love an illusion block. Anything that's kind of, you know, looks a little bit different. So I thought we'd have a little go at this one. You did get a little sneaky peek last night. If you joined us last night, this is the actual block. Okay, this is the one that we're going to be doing. I've called it a twist and turn block because it all looks like it's all twisted and turned together. We are when well, those of you who joined me last night will know we were playing with this new Birdie Bird batting. Quite a few of you have ordered as well, so that is hopefully going to be delivered on Friday, so I will get it out in the post. You will have to excuse my sniffing and coughing still. My asthma and hay fever are horrendous today, absolutely horrendous. So what you need, my loves, is from your background fabric, you are going to need 2 5-inch squares, okay? And you're going to need 1 5.5 by 5.5. All right. Then from fabric 1, it doesn't matter which way round it is, but from one of the fabrics, I'm using these beautiful, beautiful marble ones. These are all on the website. I think they're called. I'm sorry, I'm talking so much. I'm going to just have to take my inhaler a second. Sorry, this is like last night. Although I can't find where I dabbed it down last night. What did I do with it? There it is. So these are on the website. We've had them for a little while. They're called Marble Studios. They're stunning and they work really well on this type of illusion because you've got tones in there which work really well. Let me just take this, lovely, and I can carry on talking then. At the moment, it's all the tree pollen. It's where the wind's blowing the tree pollen. It's just affecting my chest quite a lot. So from fabric 1, you want 4 5-inch squares, okay? And then from fabric 2, you want 1 5.5-inch square, and then you want 1 4.5, which is actually going to be the centre. Now this centre can absolutely be the same fabric as fabric 2, but it could be that you fussy cut it and you have something different to go in the centre. I don't know whether it might ruin the illusion, but you could fussy cut this and have this sort of wrapped around it if you wanted to. Okay, so that's what you're going to need, guys. We're going to start really, really simply by half square triangles. Okay, so you're going to take your 2 background squares and the coordinating ones. So these are the 5-inch squares. Okay, it will make a 12.5-inch block. We're going to put these right sides together, and then we're going to draw a line, just as always. So while we're doing the half square triangles, please do talk to me, my dears. How are you all? Apart from Carol, who's sat in a thunderstorm, what are you all up to? Are you up to anything interesting? Obviously, you're just sat watching me at the moment, but are you sat watching me somewhere interesting? Here we go. So, diagonal line down that one, and I want exactly the same on this one. So, doesn't matter which fabric you draw the diagonal line on. It's half square triangles, guys, isn't it? You can all do these in your sleep now. There we go. And then we're going to stitch, as always, 1/4 inch down either side. Okay. You're watching and working at the same time, Taryn. Oh, good girl. Good bit of multitasking there. So, I'm just going to go 1/4 inch down both sides, like that, just as we do normally. Oh, sorry guys, I changed the foot back and it's like, that's not the right foot. So 2 seconds, I've just got to change the foot. I forgot to do that, and I can't remember what this one is, 97D. I wonder if they, oh, what have I done? What have I done? I've pressed something I shouldn't have. There we go. Yeah. Scroll down. There's got to be a quicker way of doing this actually. There we go. 97D, that one there. There we go. Just let me do it now. It's alright. Oh, I didn't put the straight plate back on, but never mind, I can do that later. And away we go. All the way down there, 1/4 inch. Add this one on, we're going to chain piece those. Chain piece these. What's that, my darlings? Jean, you're playing in your golf club's monthly medal competition. Oh, get you. You're on your lunch break, Claire. Fantastic. Carolyn, what are you doing? You're making bulk hoses. You've got a fair on Saturday. Oh, nice. Nice. Then you're torn between making flying geese, bunting, a quilt and starting a new embroidery, just go for it. First one on the list. What was the first one on the list? Flying geese. Do it. Do it. Go with the flying geese, guys. Yeah, that was the first one that came to your head, so go with it. Hello, darling. How are you? You okay? What, sweetheart? What's the matter? Oh, you're sad, baby. What's the matter? Sorry, 2 seconds, guys. I got a sad little sausage here. Come and say hello. Want to come say hello to the ladies? Why is he being sad?
Because we had to come in to do lunch.
Oh, you didn't want to come into the house. Oh dear. You're gonna have your lunch, baby. You're gonna have your lunch. Oh, you know when they look at you with the little jibs going, and your heart just goes, oh, my sausage. Everything stops for him. You're half-turned child-minding, so you've missed some of the measurements. We'll watch again later. That's all right, lovely. I'll pop them up for you. I'll go run it through at the end, okay? Okay, do it all. Absolutely. Do it all, love. Do it all. Right, so I'm just going to now cut up those drawn lines, and we're going to square these up. And they're going to be squared up to 4.5. Well, I would if I could find my rotary cutter. Is that one there? Here we go. And this one here. Sorry if you can hear the noise in the background. Josh is doing the dishwasher, a little man. He likes to help with things. There we go, like that and like that. And we're going to iron these out and then square them up. And then we're going to tackle quarter square triangles. So this is a very, very easy block, really easy elements. It's all about the fabrics that you choose with this one, definitely. I'm going to iron them out to the darker fabrics. So I think this works well when you use a tonal. Doesn't matter, use any patterned fabric at all for the one element, one fabric, but then use a tonal for the other bit, and it really does look like they've sort of folded over on each other. Okay, here we go, that's that bit. Assign a number to each and pick a number to see what you do first. Ooh, that's a nice idea, makes it more fun, like a raffle. Okay, we're going to very quickly square these up. So, as we've always done, you'll be bored of our square triangle soon, but it is pretty much a staple, isn't it, for quilters? We're going to diagonal 45-degree line along the seam, but then we have got some newbies, so let's just go through it just once and then I'll whiz through the others, okay? And I've cut up and along, and now we can do definitely 4.5 by 4.5. There. And there we go. Okay, like that. And then we're just going to whip through the others. So you want them, this is, like I said, a 12.5-inch block finished. So you are only trimming off the smallest amounts, but it's worth it. You know it's all going to fit together nicely then. So, what's everyone else working on at the moment? Anybody doing anything interesting? Sounds like Lynn's got a whole list of stuff to be working on. Oh, there we go. I'm going back this afternoon over to the shop once I've done this and carrying on with a quilt. I'm trying to get a couple of quilts onto finished because we are a little behind with them. So trying to get a couple finished this week. Catch up a little bit. We've just not been in the shop. It's just been such a crazy couple of months. We've just not been in the shop. So I've done that. Put a load of stuff on the website this morning. Been a busy little bunny. I had the Starcraft rep pop in. So didn't buy anything. Get me. So nothing much at the moment, no. Almost finished making a lunar lapin. Ah, fabulous. That's only what's on the table. The basket's overflown. Oh yeah, absolutely, hun. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Right, so you should have now 4.5-inch half square triangles. What we're going to do now is we're going to make some quarter squares, and we're going to make them like the old-fashioned way. We're not going to do the quick way. We're going to do the old-fashioned way. So what I want to do is I want to cut these into 4 triangles. So I'm going to cut them diagonally both directions. These were the 5.5-inch squares. Okay, so like that. And I'm just going to stand up a second because it's easier than me turning the fabric. And go like that. So I've got 4 triangles on that one. And then we're going to do exactly the same on this one. So again, this was my 5.5 background square. So up like that. And there we go, across like that. Now, you can do quick quarter square triangles, but I quite like this way. What I want to do now is I want to make sure that they're all facing the same way. So I'm going to pile them up on top of each other, and I've got it on my left hand side, my background fabric. And then my fabric 2 ones, they're going to go on my right hand side, because you want them all, for the illusion to work, you want them all to be the same way round. Okay, like that and like that. Now, again, it's very easy. We go into muscle memory to sew them down the long edges to make squares again. You don't want that. We're going to sew them on the short edges. Okay, so we're going to put them right sides together like that on a short edge with the background on the left, colour on the right, and we're going to stitch down this edge. Okay, now I leave them in, I'm going to take these over to the sewing machine and leave them in a little pile like that, so I know that I don't get them muddled around. You know, it's very easy to suddenly do the wrong edge and then they're the wrong way round. Okay, so I'm going to leave them like that. You could pin this if you wanted to, put a pin this side so I know that that's the edge I'm going to sew. Okay, so you've done 6 lunar lappings, Leslie, on the go. Oh, you have them, you don't mind making the bunnies. It's the dresses you don't look forward to. Oh, bless. Right, okay, so now because I've got the straight plate on, I'm actually going to flip this because I want to put the flat edge in first. Okay, so I want to put that, make sure that's going in like that. There we go. And hopefully it shouldn't eat them, even though I haven't got the straight plate on it. So I'm going to put that one on top of that one. Oh, come on, didn't want to move. There we go, and then I'm going to flip it to make sure that it's flat edge first, and just chain piece these away like that. There we go. So what's that? You've just finished your mixer cover. Hopefully it'll fit when you get out to Spain. Hopefully, lovely. I'm sure it will. And that one. So this is quite a quick block, particularly if you're making lots of blocks. You could just chain piece all of these elements, couldn't you? Let's get that one back in line. There we go. See, my mum used to make you know, those China dolls. I mean, I find them a bit creepy now, but the China dolls, my mum used to do those because she used to love going back to the lunar lappings. She used to love making all the tiny little clothes and stuff. She was very, very good at it, but all of us girls think they're really creepy now when you look at them. They're like these really sort of like scary horror dolls. I'm gonna fold this out. Sorry, open this out, not fold it out. Open it out to the dark side and just. So basically you've got like a quarter square. Well, it's not a square, it's a quarter triangle at the moment. If you're making quarter squares, you could then put them together like that to make the quarter square triangle, but you actually only need half of them on this. So press that one out and press this last one out, and we can make, this is the most complicated element, to be honest. It's a very, very easy little block to do. So I might do a challenge post as well, actually. Should I do a challenge post? We haven't done one for a while, have we? Right, I'm going to put those aside a minute. I want to make sure they're all the same way. And then you want to go back to the other 2 5-inch fabric 1 squares. And we're going to cut these in half just once diagonally. Okay, so I'm going to line them up against each other. Oh, I love this fabric. It's gorgeous. Like that. And we're going to go across once. So there we go. There to there. And just one cut. Like that. Okay. And then we're going to use these and match up with the quarter squares there, like that. Okay, so we're going to add one each of these triangles to that there. There we go. Right, sorry, I've gone distracted. We're definitely going to do a challenge post. We are going to, I'll put it on Facebook in a moment, and as ever, I will find you a nice little something as a prize. We will do a challenge post. We're going to do, should we do show us your triangles? show us your triangles, because we're talking all about triangles. Whether that's, you've crocheted stuff or you've sewn stuff. Is it half squares? Is it flying geese, because they're triangles? Talking about flying geese a moment ago. Is it a quarter square thing? I'm going to do show us your triangles. Be inventive. Have you got a little triangular flower bed? It doesn't have to be sewing. It doesn't have to be craft related, remember. It could be anything, but I want it to be a definite triangle thing. What I'm going to do now is just stitch down along that diagonal. Okay, I'm going to take these back over to the machine. So I will put a post up, and we'll have a. I want to see all your triangles, guys. So yeah, think outside the box a little bit if you can, and over to here. And we're just going to stitch down on this one. All the way down. Oh, move over a weeny bit. Went a bit wonky then. I haven't put the little seam guide back on because I took it off last night because we've been using that batting. So I found that very useful. Oh, what's that? Oh, sausage trying to get in here. He's determined to come and watch me sew today. There goes that one. And then nearly there. And then we're going to square these up again to 4.5. And then we can start putting the block together. We're nearly there. So what everyone else has been up to? Anybody got any news? Anything to tell me while we're pootling? No? Okay, well you're just going to have to listen to me rabbit on then. Right, I'm just going to clip those apart like that. And then we'll give these a quick iron. Okay. So I'm going to iron it. Now it doesn't matter that this is a little bit bigger than this one because we're going to square them up. It really didn't matter. I'm just giving you a bit of wiggle room. Okay, but we are going to iron it out to the bigger triangle. Okay, you should have something that looks a bit like that then. So press that seam, set it, and away we go. Try this one, and there we go. We have got, so I've got a foundation paper piecing class. I've been dealing with that this morning as well. Coming up in, not this Saturday, next Saturday. If anybody wants to join us, I think we've got 2 spaces left. Hi Jean, how are you? Have the boys played with the new machine or is it just yours? Oh no. No. The boys have been nowhere near my new machine. Not a chance. No, they're not allowed. They're not allowed to touch it. So I want these to be 4.5, and you've got an obvious natural centre point here. So if you go to so half of 4.5 is 2.25. So 2.25 by 2.25, which is that little spot there. I can dump that right on that edge there, like that. Can you see? I've got it right on the centre spot. My 45-degree line is still following that seam. Oh, I've just moved it a bit. There we go. Let me just make sure that that's in the right place. And now we can trim it down to 4.5 by 4.5. And you know they're going to be super, super square with that bit right in dead centre, which is what you want. And then we're going to flip it 4.5 by 4.5. There we go. So up that side, across the top. And then we've got that little element block there. Okay, so I'm going to do exactly the same on the other 4. So 2.25, 2.25, right on that centre spot there. 45-degree line up there. Make sure the 4.5s are all within the fabric. And then we can square up. Okay. I think this would look really beautiful, like in well, all these marbles would work well with, and I'm using a linen texture as a tonal, but I think it would be a really lovely way to showcase a charm pack. Put a charm pack in the middle, 2.25, 2.25. Is that right? 2.25. Have I got it right? Yeah, there we go. 2.25, 2.25, like that. Pop a charm pack one right in the centre, and then use like these coordinating fabrics to go around the outside. I think would look really, really pretty. Be a really nice way of framing if you've got a charm pack there that you'd think, oh, I love that. Absolutely love that. Okay, nearly there. 2 1/4, 2 1/4, like that. Oh, I've just seen Tom come home, which means his exam is over and done with. So I think he's only got 4 more and then he's done. We've got a bit of a crazy week this week with exams. He's had absolutely loads, bless him. And they seem to have packed them all into 1 week. There we go. So they're all done. We can now start building this. Okay. So I want my half square triangles and my centre square. I'm going to give that a quick one. What are you going to be doing? I've missed a whole question. I'm going to let you guys talk amongst yourselves. Lovely. Would zinnia work, or was it too busy? Oh no, that would be lovely. What I would do, sorry, going back to Lynn's question, if you're using zinnia for this, I would make this a solid, like fabric 2, like the tonal, a solid. I think if you've got 2 busy ones, that might be too much. But if you went, for one of the zinnias, have I got any zinnia? I haven't got any zinnia here. Here, I would make this one a solid so that it showcases this little bit, and that'll then look like it's the back of the fabric. Does that make sense? So what I'm going to do now is we're going to lay this out, and it's a really simple like 9 patch then. So this is my centre one, and I've got that one there. Okay, and then we're going to put these, rotating them first round. So this one's coming top left to bottom right, and then this one I'm going to turn 90 degrees like that, and then turn this one 90 degrees like that, and then turn that one 90 degrees like that. So can you see you've actually got this pinwheel happening here? Okay, and then you're going to slot in these ones. All right, so basically you want a long edge to a long edge on the half square triangles here. Can you see there? Like that. And then long edge to long edge on your half square triangle. Match those fabric long edge to long edge there. And then that one there. There we go. Okay. And you can see that block. That sort of illusion is starting to happen. It's supposed to look like this is sort of these bits are sort of folding up over each other. You could, if you wanted to, replace that one with, oh, where's it gone? I had another square. I had a little square of that one somewhere. I cut a 5.5 inch square of that one, and it's vanished. Is it on the floor? I bet it's on the floor. I'm forever dropping stuff. No? Oh, how annoying. I cut one ready to show you guys, but it's vanished. Ah, there it is. Haha. There we go. You could put fabric 1 in the centre if you wanted to, which gives more of a sort of movement through. Oh, hang on, I've frozen. Hang on, I've frozen. 2 seconds, guys. Let me just unfreeze and freeze it. Deactivate, activate. That lasted perfectly, didn't it? There we go, we're back again. There we go, back. There we go. So you can see now by using that one there in the centre, it gives it a slightly different look. Okay, you can, oh, that almost matches that. Oh, that does kind of match. That really looks like that sort of flows through and all, doesn't it? Okay. So you can pick which one goes in the centre. It could be that it's completely, you're using this as a frame. I need a jelly roll, a charm square somewhere. Oh, do you know what? It's not going to work. Why have I never got anything when I really, really need it? You could put a different fabric in there. In fact, look, let me just grab that one a second. Put that underneath. Let me put this underneath and lay it all on top. So you can I know that's not the right colour, they're not the right thing, but it works really nicely as a frame. Okay. There we go. Like that. Can you see that you could use a different fabric underneath like that, and you get this sort of, you're framing that centre one with this lovely sort of twisty turny, almost like a twisted ribbon round it. I know this isn't the right colour, but you get the idea. Okay, you like the marble one in the middle. Yeah, I mean, you can absolutely play around with it. It can be the plain one, or it could be the marble one, or it could be something completely different. And this is basically how a twisted ribbon, this border works. The idea that it's moving like that. It could be a frame. So when you decide what you want in the centre, I'm not going to do it now because of time wise, guys. It's a very simple 9 patch then. So let's say we're going to use the marble one in the centre, like that. Okay. You would then stitch that row together, that row together, that row together, put your rows together to make your block. It comes up at 12.5 inches and you end up with something that looks like that one. Okay. Nice, easy little block to do. A little bit of a different technique with this sort of quarter triangle with a one added, but it does give a really nice effect. Okay, so that's it for today, my darlings. You like the plain turquoise in the middle? Yeah, I mean, it really is personal preference. You know, you can kind of play around with it. You know, maybe, you know, I quite like the idea of framing, you know, sort of a special fabric, or if you've got a fabric there that's got quite a big print, cut, you know, fussy cut it so you've got that is your centre, and then use tonal fabrics round to make it look like it's got that twisted ribbony feel. Oh, I've knocked the microphone over, all sorts today. Oh, the pink and red is nice, lovely. Thanks, Andy. That's the Flower Farm range. That's the Flower Farm. Oh, I have no idea what's going on. Have I even got sound anymore, guys? Can you hear me? No idea. Anyway, I'll put a challenge post on. Hopefully you can hear me. It just said that the microphone was not working. Don't know. Put a challenge post on, and then there's a 25% off all jelly rolls. It's going to be, literally, I'm going to be really strict about it. So it's going to be literally 24 hours from right now. So at 1:30 tomorrow, I'm going to set up a reminder in my phone, and I'm going to take it off. Okay, so grab yourself a bargain jelly roll, and I will see you all Tuesday next week. No 1 o'clock tomorrow because I haven't got anybody in the shop with me. So I will see you all next week we should have a normal week next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. Shouldn't be anything interrupting. I think we've actually got a normal week in the shop. So we'll see you then, darlings. Okay. Take care. Bye.